Hello, everyone. So there's something that Facebook does, right? It gives you like throwback messages, posts that you've done over the years. On a certain day, to give you some posts you've done maybe 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I saw one that came up on the 26th of March 2015. That's 9 years ago. I did a particular post on my YouTube page. That was just before the election. And so it was copied from Toyin Bukola Adeleye. And she said, no pastor, imam, babalawo, oba, obi, emir, obong, chief, militant, etc. can tell me who to vote for. Never. And I just read the message, and it's like 9 years after, it's still so very apt. And so I'm going to read this message out. It says, I bear the brunt of unemployment, not the pastor. I suffer epileptic power supply, not the imams. When my landlord increases house rent, the Oba will not send me money to augment it. When medical bills need to be paid, I won't see the OB. It said, when armed robbers show up in my neighborhood, the emir won't be there to rescue me. When time comes to pay exorbitant private school fees for my children, because public schools that produce the likes of Soyinka, Chinua Achebe are derelict, no militant will come to my rescue. The roads leading to Obong's palace are bad. He has not done anything about it. How can he help me? Exchange rate has plummeted while the economy worsens. Yet the Babalawo suffers in silence with me and is unable to use his juju to make our economic problems disappear. My siblings and the children of the chief, who are graduates for the past 8 years, have remained unemployed while he is powerless to help them. So I alone will decide who is making me go through all this hardship and using my PVC to terminate his tenure if I don't like his poor handling of governance. And that's exactly what election should be about. It should be your choice, that you decided what you were going to choose based on whatever decision, whether rational or irrational, that you wanted to make. And it's not that, oh, somebody said, some people said, my tribe this, my religion that, because at the end of the day, the problems, you alone will face it. The people that told people to vote Muslim ticket are not going with them to the market to go and help pay for the expensive foodstuffs that are in the market. The people that told some people to vote APC are not following people on the road to ensure that they're safeguarded when kidnappers or terrorists are coming to kidnap them or kill them. The people that told people to vote particular this thing are not there when they have medical issues and they don't have the bills to pay in private hospitals, and government hospitals don't have the equipment to treat those illnesses. We are all suffering the effect of bad governance together. And you know what is so ironic about this is the fact that this was 9 years ago, when we thought Nigeria had gotten to the worst it can ever be. 9 years ago, Nigeria was at the worst it ever was. With suffering, with the insecurity, with dollar change. Yes, you will think that, oh, when people are saying, yes, this 1,000, 2,000 naira, the dollar can go to 10,000 naira. And then they will say, oh, yes, this time was better. I remember when I was telling people, when people will say that, oh, during Jonathan, dollar was so. I say, yes, it was so, but it was difficult compared to what we had before. It's just like now, people will say that, oh, during Buhari, dollar was 700 and something, but at that time, that was the worst. And so if we don't take time, we will continue to go to worse. When I was telling people, especially during this, I was saying, look, whatever problem we are going through now under Buhari, it can be worse if we don't do it. The people, how can it be worse? And in 6 months, we've seen how it can be worse. And this particular one can also be worse. It is less for us to now decide that we are going to choose people based on who is going to work for us, and not based on whatever sentiments that we carry along all the time that we are going with. Because those sentiments don't help us. Those sentiments rather plunge us into worse things. And when someone is voted into office, the person is not doing well, kick the person out. Simple as ABCD. There are no sentiments about it. Whatever party, whatever it is, oh, it's not this, they want package it. No. Let them hear the message that, look, if you don't do well, we vote you out. What then will happen is that parties will begin to give you the people that will do well rather than the people that they can control. Right now, when people don't do well, you go ahead and reward their bad behavior, and you think they are going to make your this thing well. No, they are not going to. They won't be bothered. I'm telling you, they won't be bothered at all, at all. They will go on. All those people that you see, they will come and they are not the whatever. When you are suffering, where are they? That's always my question. Where are they? You're going through so much. You have so many problems. You have this, you have this. Where are they? The simple problem you should ask yourself is that, when I was suffering, where was this person? Did he care? Did it matter to him? If he gets in there, will it matter to him whether I've fed or I've not fed? Will it matter to him how my life is going? Will it matter to him what is happening to me? These are key issues that we must at all times be very interested in asking ourselves. It's not just to say, oh, I will show you, I will not vote for him. He can never be president. Yes, he's good, but he can never be my... And suffering is saying you can never escape. Yes, now, who are you doing? Some people think that, oh, I'm going to vote this, I'm going to vote this so that this person cannot. Who they suffer? Who they feel am? Who they buy things for market expensive? No, everybody they feel am. You're not going to exempt yourself. It's not going to be, oh, it's just you, it's just that. It's not going to be. We all will get it. So election, oh, that miracle you are praying for, that the miracle comes during election, but you don't take you don't accept it. It's not God. God will not be the one to solve Nigerian problem. You created this problem, you're going to solve it. But you can use what God has given every person. Brains. Let's use those brains and vote in people that are going to work for us. People that, when you put them in there, they will do the work. You don't need to like them. That's one thing I always talk about in election. You don't need to. See, me and somebody, we can be fighting. If that person is good and that person is running for election, I will vote for that person. Because all I want is, I will continue our fight. I'm not voting for you that will stop the fight. We'll continue our fight. Because all I want is who will do the work. I want somebody to be able to stay there and do the work while I'm busy doing other things. I don't need to focus on Nigerian problem. Like I always say to people, I don't want to hurt people. I want people to not need my help. A situation whereby life, to get basic, basic things in life, you don't have to be rich. To live a comfortable life, you don't have to be rich. That's the kind of Nigeria I'm looking for. Not the Nigeria that I have to be a millionaire for me to have 24/7 electricity, for my children to get good education, for me to have a decent car, for me to be protected. No, that's not the way it is. That's a life of a country of people who are poor, and if you all are poor. Some people want to be the only ones to enjoy good things in life. What's the need of you alone enjoying good things in life? It doesn't have any value now. The real value comes from the fact that it is so normal that everybody is enjoying it. Nobody is feeling, oh, I have to have this big thing or big that. No. That's when we get to a place where we know that indeed it is normal. So remember, it is time for us to begin to put our acts together and ensure that we get a country that works for every one of us and not a country that works for a few people. And I must tell you something, we must all put in the work. Otherwise, you see this suffering that you think is suffering today, you will look back and begin to say, oh, that time was better. If you don't do the right thing, it can get worse. Thank you for